What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It has been a minute since I've uploaded. I just have, a full time job now, life, blah, 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 whatever. Normal, all the normal stuff going on in life that should be is going on. I'm just busy, all right? But that's perfectly fine. But, ladies and gentlemen, this is a dream documentation video. The last time I tried to film a dream documentation video, I went into my camera roll to upload it and it just simply wasn't there. Just vanished. So the solution to that is upload the video as soon as you film it, honestly, regardless of what it is. So this is gonna be a dream documentation video, guys. Every time I have a clear dream, even if it's flipping from one thing to another, if it's a clear dream, I tend to remember it for longer, obviously, and I love to just document it and talk about it. So let's get right into it. What was this dream about, ladies and gentlemen? Primarily, it was about the zombie apocalypse, which I don't know why. Like, call me crazy, but I low key love having dreams about the apocalypse and shit like that. Obviously, if that was real, it wouldn't be a good time. I'm not gonna lie, but I just I don't know. I like having dreams about that type of stuff. Damn, water break 2 minutes into the video. Get a load of this guy, huh? So it all started, and I'm pretty sure this was before the zombification was happening, but it all started when I was on a street that my old schools are on. I was on that street that my old schools are on, and they were doing construction on it, and it was just me in my. Bro, is this thing not charging? All right, should be charging now. It was me in my van just at night driving down this road, and they're doing construction on it, and I'm waiting on one side of the road, just waiting so they could flag me to keep going. But once they flag me to keep going, they're doing construction on the right side of the road. But when they tell me to go, all of a sudden the guys are on the left side of the road digging it up. But that's the side that I was trying to use to drive by. So I'm going slow, and I just turn my wheel away from these guys so I don't hit them. And I drive off, and in the back of where I just came from, right behind me, I hear, "Man, what are you, stupid, Andrew?" So I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. I turn around on that. I spin the block, so to say, on that to confront, not even confront, just to figure out who the hell said that to me, talking crazy. So I turn around, the construction is still there, and I just park right on the side of the road in the grass. And I get out, and there's sort of a smile on my face, like, yeah, yeah, you think you can just say shit to me? Yeah, you think you're a tough guy? I just have that look and that smile on my face. Now, this is the part that I do remember. And I already told someone about this dream, but I didn't mention this when I was telling her about the dream. So, excuse me, I don't know what happened. I don't know what led up to this, but I think I was arguing with somebody. I was arguing with somebody. They were sitting on like a wall, and I was just standing on the ground. So they had a height advantage on me, but next thing you know, I get hit in the head with an axe. This happened in the dream, okay? I just want to reiterate here, this was just a dream. And I also want to say, in real life, I've never been hit in the head with like anything, I suppose. But it's like weird. Dreams are weird because I can feel pain in dreams, like regardless of if I've felt something like that in real life or not. I can feel the dream. I can feel it, right? My head, it was right here. My head just starts throbbing and throbbing and throbbing. That cut that I got hit in the head with was just burning, on fire, burning. And you could, in the dream, I could feel the blood, and it was fucked. All right, I'm not gonna keep describing it. I'm sure you guys get it, but somehow I get hit in the head with a battle axe. So I we'll just say I do him up. All right, we'll just say, now don't take that out of context, but we'll just say I do him up. All right, I give him a run for his lunch money, we'll say, in that dream. I did not let that slide, okay? I mean, damn right. Shit. But I don't even know what we were fighting about. This was before the zombification process started going on, but whatever. So, in the dream, in the dream, I'm trying to make my way to my grandma's house, I guess. But I don't know, like the dream kept flip-flopping to one thing to another. So at some point in the dream, I was actually with a friend who I was hanging out with in real life just yesterday, actually. But in the dream, we were in like some sort of public bathroom, and we were trying to break into a janitor's closet or like some sort of supply closet. But we're I actually I this part I remember clearly. We bust into this supply closet, and there are oversized Oreos, like literally oversized Oreos, but they're not like edible Oreos. They're those things that you put in the urinals so when you flush it, it smells good. It was those things just shaped perfectly as an Oreo. That was so weird, but I recall seeing that clearly for sure. And then next thing you know, we get caught, already broken into this closet of some sort. We get caught, and the person who caught us got distracted, luckily. And that's when I say to my boy, like, run, run, go, go, go. She's distracted. So we book it out of this restroom, and we're like this, right? His arm is locked on mine, my arm is locked around his, and we're just running, hauling ass together. And I'm looking like, dude, I don't know how much stamina I have. I certainly don't have as much stamina as you. I don't know how long we can run like this for. And he's like, you see those 5 buildings over there? Now, mind you, we are literally running across like a football field times two. But he's like, you see those 5 buildings over there? That's where we have to go. That's all we have to get to, and we'll be fine. This part of the dream I remember so clearly. So we're running, we're running, we're running. I look behind me, and the person who caught us breaking in is like right behind us, literally right behind us. And out of nowhere, we were running with this schoolmate of ours. Out of nowhere, this random ass classmate that I used to go to school with was joining us for the run, like as if she was just stretching her legs or something. Like, no, I don't know what you're doing here, but we just broke into a storage closet in the dream, okay? In the dream. I just need to keep reiterating this so YouTube doesn't take this out of context or whatever. So I don't know if we ever ended up making it to those 5 buildings, but the person who caught us was right on our ass. Okay, so now the segment where all the zombies start popping out, right? So I was at, oh man, Shit, this is where it's starting to get fuzzy because I'm just talking about everything else. But at some point in the dream, oh yeah, yeah, I was at my grandma's house, but my grandma's house was starting to get overrun with zombies. It was me, my grandma, my mom, and my grandfather, and we're all just trying to get out of there. So at first in the truck, it's me and my grandmother, and then we end up just having to leave the house, right? It's too overrun. My mom and my grandfather are trapped inside the house. It's too overrun. Like, we got to spin the block and then come back. So that's exactly what we do. It's me, my grandma in the truck, and we sort of just spin the block and come back to the house to pick up my mom and my grandfather. We pull into the driveway, and at this point, my mom turned into a zombie, and my grandfather is like, hey, he says something along the lines of like, hey, be careful, your mother just turned, she's going crazy. She turned into one of those zombies that will just straight up run at you, man. She turned into one of those zombies. And I mean, I don't know how I heard my grandfather's voice. I don't know how he was even outside telling me that information and not getting swarmed by zombies himself in the dream. But whatever. Nonetheless, it's just a dream. So we we spin the block again, right? Like, my mom is just running after me, and I'm trying to dodge her and run around the car, but like, she's just as fast as me, if not faster. So my grandmother is in the car still. I hop in the truck and we bolt out of there again. We go down the street, up the road, down that street, come back. Boom, we're at the house again. And my mom at this point was just standing at the end of the driveway. And I'm not even gonna lie to you guys, I just straight run her over so we don't have to deal with that again. It sounds fucked. I'm not gonna lie. It does sound fucked, but A, it's just a dream, remember? And B, you gotta do what you gotta do. Like, I'm sorry, but you're the only person that turned into a runner. I gotta let you go. I'm not dealing with having a zombie run after me. Like, hey, I'm sorry. So at this point, we're at my grandfather's house, all right, and my grandmother's house, same house. And my grandfather is inside, and I'm like, hey, like, we've got to go. So, like, hurry it up. We got to go. And he's trying to leave the porch area, and he just falls. I'm not even going to lie to you guys. He just falls. And like, he moves a bit slow in real life, but the way he was moving in this dream was like actually slower than molasses on a cold day, huh? So I run to him and I'm like, all right, grandpa, we gotta go. But he has the keys for some reason. At this point, he has the keys to a golf cart. And I say to him in the dream, I'm like, you really think that a golf cart is better than this truck right here? So he's like, you know what? You're right. I'm going to go grab the keys to the truck. So weird what dreams do, because, mind you, I was just driving this truck. I was just inside this truck. But now all of a sudden, I don't have the keys for it. It's not drivable because there's no keys for it. All of a sudden, he has to go grab the keys. So I'm looking like, whatever. He has to go all the way to the other end of the house to his bedroom to get the keys, or to the computer room, or whatever it is. He has to, either way, he has to go all the way down to the other end of the house to grab these keys. And this is the part that I remember clearly, because this is the part that I told someone about already. So at this point, the zombies are just coming in through the front door, right? Like we're just getting swarmed with zombies, but out of nowhere, I have this big ass board in my hand, big fat board I've got in my hand. So I just run at these zombies with this board and just boom, right into their head, man, right into their head in the dream. This is the part where I'm like looking like, all right, I can get us out of this. I've had dreams like this before, but have not gotten out of it, or just have not slept that far to see if I get out of it or not. You know what I mean? But I'm bashing zombies head in left and right. There was like 3 zombies in there that I took care of right off the rip, and I'm like, all right, Grandpa, like you got those keys to the truck yet? Like we have to go. And he's like, yeah, hold on, I'm looking for my comb. Hold on. And I'm like, Grandpa, like you look good no matter what. Like we're in an apocalypse even, and you even look good now. You don't need a comb. At this point, I'm just trying to say anything to get us out of the house, which is becoming infested with zombies. And I just want to say, I don't think my grandmother was actually my grandmother in this dream. I don't know if I mentioned this before, but I was convinced that my grandmother was just a zombie trying to be my grandmother so it would bring my guard down. And the reason I say that is because she just wasn't acting like my grandmother. She was sort of just moving a bit weirdly, and just saying things that my grandmother wouldn't quite say. So that was a little off-putting and weird in the dream. That was a little weird, but whatever. Looking back at it, I think she just didn't know how to handle the apocalypse. It might have been my grandmother because I don't remember having to put her down or anything, if you will. In the dream, all right, in the dream. Um, so I think this is the part where I don't really know what happened. All right. This is the part where I think I just woke up because I don't remember if we ever actually got out of the house or not. I don't remember what happened after he said, "Hold on, I need to get my comb." And yeah, my phone is just not charging here, but whatever. Good thing we're at the end of this, just about. But yeah, I don't really remember if we got out. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. So basically, to recap, I was convinced my grandmother was a zombie, pretending to be my grandmother so it would bring my guard down. As far as I know, my grandfather survived and I survived. And well, my mom turned into a runner. All right, and nobody likes a zombie that runs. I'm sure you guys understand. We've all played Call of Duty Zombies, okay? We all understand. We don't want to deal with that shit. So, unfortunately she had to pass. You know what I mean? Unfortunately she had to pass. Now, why do I think I had this dream? I have no idea. Okay, they say dreams have meanings. They say dreams where you're trying to run away from something or someone, they say those type of dreams have meaning where you're sort of trying to do the similar thing in real life, trying to run away from something, whether it's an emotion or trying to, you know, get yourself away from somebody, so to say. But I'm really not trying to do any of that. I mean, the amount of stress I had in my life last month compared to now is minimal, very minimal to say the least. So I don't really know why I had that dream, to be honest, but I gotta say, that was the most action packed dream I had in a minute. And hey, I'm not gonna lie, 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 dream rating. I love those type of dreams. I might sound a bit weird, but it was just so action packed. Just it was cool. It was a cool dream. Oh wait, so back to when I spun the block on whoever was talking shit after passing that construction. I at some point I was talking to somebody and I just saw a group of people around my van. But I was freaking out because in the dream, I remember I had all my windows down and open, even when I parked for some reason. So I'm running toward my van, and I just tackle the first person that I see. And I'm like, I got him on the ground in the dream. I've got him on the ground, and I'm just like, he's smiling for some reason. And I'm just like, yo, you're not doing anything to my van, are you? Right? You're not doing anything to my van. You're not gonna do anything to my van. And I just let him up, let him go. Everyone else sort of got the message in the dream, I guess, because they weren't around it anymore. But man, that was the most action packed dream I've ever had, ladies and gentlemen. If you enjoy If you enjoyed this dream documentation, guys, please, I encourage you to find the rest on my channel. And if you enjoy the channel anyway, please don't forget to subscribe. I definitely want to be more consistent on this channel. I definitely have more plans for this channel, but I'm just so busy nowadays, right? As I said before, normal things that happen in life are happening. It's just I'm busy, you know what I mean? But nonetheless, I'm glad I was able to get this video out. I'm glad to serve something to you guys. I'm glad to present something to you guys. And I absolutely love dream documentation. Just talking about the dream I had the night previously. So I will catch you guys in the next one. All right. Have your zombie supply kit ready for if that shit does happen. And I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Peace.